Good morning, everybody. Maybe we could take a seat and we could get started. Maybe. Ann Wagner, please take a seat. Ann Wagner. She's not listening. First of all, thank you all for coming. I am Principal Bill Egan. I'm a proud principal here at New Canaan High School. I've been here, this is my 11th year, which, by the way, makes me the second longest tenured principal in the history of New Canaan High School, to be honest with you. I will not make it to number one, though. That person was 22 years. That's not going to happen. But I just want to say thank you for coming. The truth is, parents are the backbone of this school, and to be honest, this community. This is an amazing, amazing community that really celebrates their schools, but there is no school that's more celebrated, I think, than New Canaan High School. It's a special place, and it's really made up because of you. So I just want to say welcome, and I have the distinct pleasure to introduce our superintendent here to say a few good words. I said you have to say something nice about me or else you're not allowed to come speak. So that's one of the things he has to do. But if I can, Dr. Lutzy is here to speak to all of you. So let's welcome Dr. Lutzy, the best superintendent in the state.
Good morning. At 9:27, Bill looked at me and said, "Do you think anyone's coming?" So thank you all for being here. Hopefully it wasn't a parking issue. I think a lot about parking and transportation these days. If you have been negatively impacted by our transportation system, I want to apologize. I had a lot of things on my bingo card this year. I didn't have transportation coordinator on there. But this is what we do when there's an issue. So we've had some challenges with our implementation, and we are working through. We have a good plan. It's just getting started. I will be communicating that hopefully by the end of the week based on some conversations I have this afternoon. But please know we're working on it. It will be better. The goal is to really go back to the previous routes, wholesale, add our kids in, do what we have to do. This is high school, so I hope it doesn't negatively impact everyone in the room. Yesterday, I was over saying good morning to West School, and I was worried it was going to turn into one of those town halls that we've seen on the news. But people have been wonderful. They've been kind and gracious and understanding, and I'm so very grateful for that. But I understand if it does impact you, it's very challenging because transportation's one of those things. When it's working well, nobody thinks about it. And when it's not working well, it's all you can think about. It's ish. Anyway, it is, putting that aside, we've had a fabulous start to the school year. One of the blessings, I guess, at least because of these issues, I've been in the schools even more than I typically am able to be. And seeing the kids and the staff, your children coming, going from school. There aren't many high schools that I know of anywhere in the world where kids come in smiling, where they say thank you to their teachers at the end of each class, where you see and feel that the engagement and the connections and just the friendships that they have and the positive energy that you pick up on when you're in the building. And that does, I will say something nice about Bill, that does speak volumes about the principal, the leadership team that we have with Larry, Christy, and Ari, with the faculty staff, everyone coming together and doing this most important work, because that is what we get to do every day. And even if I am serving as transportation coordinator for a period of time, never lose sight of the fact that we have the gift and the responsibility of working with your children at pivotal moments in their lives, and we get to be a part of that. And there's something really powerful and special and memorable about that. And so, this is my 12th year as the superintendent. I helped Bill's average because I was the principal here, but only for 3. So that's somebody else who you've outlasted.
Say that there was a couple of high school principals that became superintendent. One won't leave, so.
We'll talk. But the energy in a building is so special, and it's a reflection of everybody that's a part of the community, from your children to their friends to their classmates to the teachers, all of the faculty and staff. And this is truly a very special place. So I'm thrilled to be here to just say welcome. As you can tell, I love talking because then I'm not thinking about all the other stuff, but I'm going to stop because I know you've got some important things to cover, but it's a joy to see you here. It's so important. My 2 daughters are 24 and just about 22 years old. And I haven't been a high school principal, spent about 10 years all in as a high school principal. It's easy to be distracted by the other things in your life as your children get older. And I'll tell you, the fact that you're here, still engaged, still a part of what's going on in their lives, is something that you'll never regret. It's always so important to stay connected. And even at 24 and 22, I talk to my kids all the time. And I know that the fact that you're sitting here today and still a part of their lives just speaks to that commitment that you have on their behalf. And so it's wonderful to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I wish you the best year your children have ever had, you've ever had, and I'll turn it back over to Bill. So thank you, and best of luck for a great year. Thank you, Bill.
Thanks. Well, it's always a pleasure to have the superintendent speak, so thank you, Dr. Lutzy. This school would not operate without the tremendous parental support. And having our excellent PFA presidents, I have Kristen Jimsky and Tia Winery, who are here to help lead our parent organization. But a special thank you to them and our entire board for all the work they do to make this the amazing school that it is. So without further ado, Kristen.
Thank you all so much for coming today. I'm Kristen Jimsky, this is Tia Winery, and we are the co-presidents of the Parent Faculty Association. We're in the middle of the 3rd week of school, so I hope everyone's off to a great start. I have 2 daughters. My youngest is a senior here at the high school, and my oldest is a senior in college. And she also went to the high school. So we've been a part of NCHS for the past 8 years, and it's hard to believe this is our final one. So, but that's okay. We're gonna. I want to say thank you to New Canaan Cares for being here with us today. Colleen Proster, the director, is here, and they've set up a beautiful table. Cares is an awesome nonprofit that we have in New Canaan that empowers youth, strengthens families, and builds community. So check out their table and all of their programs throughout the year, because we are a terrific partner with them, and they do so much for our town and our youth and our students, and so check out their programs. I used to be involved with CARES, if you can't tell. So, always happy to support them. Yeah. So the start of school is always exciting and nerve-wracking. New teachers, classes, schedules, extracurricular activities, meetings, and it's a lot. It's a lot for everyone. A friend of mine once referred to it as drinking from a fire hose, and I'll never forget that reference. It's overwhelming for all of us, and if you're new to New Canaan or if you have a 9th grader, then I really feel for you, because we all are feeling a bit overwhelmed, and if you are too, I assure you, you're not alone. Hopefully it's getting easier for your child as they acclimate, but if not, there are plenty of people and resources here to help, so please reach out to any of the administration, us. We're all here for you. If you don't already know, you will soon learn that New Canaan High School is a truly unique and amazing place. The administration has created a winning formula, and we are one of the best schools in the state for a reason. We encourage students to get involved and take advantage of all the opportunities that await them here at the high school, and I encourage you to do the same. The PFA is a group of dedicated parent volunteers who work arm in arm with our school administrators, faculty, and staff to create a warm, inclusive, and engaging environment for our families. Tia and I are here to give you an overview of what the PFA does and introduce you to the board this year. So through our fundraising efforts, we are able to host a variety of activities, programs, and events that enrich the learning of our students here at the high school. And it's not just for students, but for our families as well. Principal Egan really likes it when things are awesome, and we try to uphold that standard. So now I'd like to introduce you to this year's executive board. We are the co-presidents, and for the board members, when I call your name, please stand. That way people can get a visual and know who they're reaching out to. So first is our VP of Communications, Julie O'Brien DC. She is our webmaster. She's in charge of membership and also the newsletters. So if you have an issue with any issues with the website or membership toolkit, she's our expert in that regard. Next up, we have our VP of Education, Allie Dunlap. And Allie helps put on our parent and student education programs and speakers. And we have gifts and grants, Elizabeth DeMuth. She oversees the fun part of granting funds for teachers and school projects. And today she's actually doing double duty, helping out while our secretary, Ann Spilker, is away helping a family member in need. So thank you, Elizabeth. Next, we have our VP of Hospitality, Alyssa Resnick. Alyssa is our party planner extraordinaire, and she helps to oversee back-to-school welcome events, faculty staff appreciation events, midterm snack breaks, meeting hospitality, and lots more. She's got a really long list. Then we have our treasurer, Laura Vellante, who unfortunately can't be here with us this morning. She's in New York City for work, but she wishes she could be here. And we have Natalie Jones, our assistant treasurer, who you'll be hearing from in just a minute. Some of our efforts are academic and others are social, but as I mentioned earlier, the focus is always on enhancing and enriching the educational experience for our students and families. In addition to the board, we have a number of committee chairs. Oh wait, shoot, I haven't even, okay, there we go. We have a number of committee chairs and PFA members who generously donate their time and incredible talents to our organization throughout the year. So I'd like to say thank you to all of our volunteers, board members, committee chairs, for everything they do to create a positive and welcoming environment for our students throughout the year. So some of you'll see kind of an example of the events and programs. Throughout the year. And I also encourage you to go to our website, check out our calendar, and it will give you a great idea of how much we do throughout the school year, and perhaps you might see something of interest that you'd like to get involved with. So to keep everyone involved for all of the wonderful work we're doing throughout the year, the PFA publishes 2 newsletters, the Ramagram, which comes out on the first Sunday of every month, or the first Sunday before the start of the month, and it gives you an overview of what's to come in that month. And then we have our weekly gram, which goes out each Sunday and highlights the programs and events for that week. So please do look out for these communications, as they do provide a ton of helpful info for you to be connected and be in the know. And again, in order for these programs and events to run, we need our volunteers, and we also need to fundraise. We are entirely member supported. We do not receive any funding from the district or from the Board of Education, and that brings us to our Future Begins Here fundraising appeal, which kicked off on September 2nd. And for that, I'm going to turn it over to Tia.
Thank you. Thank you, Kristen. As Kristen mentioned, my name is Tia Winnery, and I am one of the co-presidents of the Parent Faculty Association here at the high school. I have 2 kids. My daughter just started her sophomore year, and my son is an 8th grader at Saks. So I'm really looking forward to next year to having them both here at the high school. Over the years, being part of the PTC at South and Saks and the PFA here has truly been one of the easiest ways to meet new people and to feel more engaged with my own children's educational experience. You may have a child who comes home and shares everything, but if, like me, you don't, getting involved is a great way to know what is going on at the high school, as well as creating a connection with our community. So I encourage you all to get involved. You'll learn a lot and feel proud knowing that you helped enrich the lives of the students here at New Canaan High School. I would also like to join Kristen in thanking everyone who has already volunteered their time and talents to the PFA this year. The year starts off at full speed, and we couldn't do it without your support. As many of you know, the role of the PFA is to be a liaison between the families and the teachers, and to partner with the schools in order to make the educational experience for our students the best it can be. In order to do that, we need to fundraise. As Kristen mentioned earlier, we do not receive any Board of Ed or district funding. We are entirely parent-supported and are blessed with a community that values education and really leans in and supports its schools. Our annual appeal has officially begun, and we will run our campaign through the end of September. This appeal is the only fundraiser we do. As a PFA, we do not want to come back multiple times asking for funds. As you can see from our slide, the two largest categories we support are activities, clubs, and school culture, and faculty grants. To give you some examples of how we're spending this money under all of our buckets, I'll just give you some examples. So within activities, clubs, and school culture, we help support Poetry Fest, Physics Bowl, Model UN, the Student Coalition, Robotics Club, Debate Team, Math Team, and last year we helped fund materials for the NASA project for the Astronomy Club, and materials for New Canaan High School Buddies Club, Police Club, and many more. In faculty grants, last year allowed us to fund a table saw for the art department, new handheld mics for visual and performing arts, wireless microphone kits for digital filmmaking, a wall-mounted first aid kit for wood shop, seems pretty important, whiteboards for AP Econ, and items that enhance the English department and Mandarin department, all in the past year. The list goes on and is long and makes our students' experience robust. We also have academic and educational programs that we host and put on, such as Safe Driving Week. I'm sure your kids might come home and talk about putting on the goggles. That's always a fun one. Grade level events such as midterm prep for freshmen, understanding GPA and Naviance for sophomores, college planning for juniors, and college writing workshops, college essay writing workshops for juniors and seniors. And we run a highly attended career night every other year. Another thing that the PFA has really embraced is campus beautification. Last year, the main focus for the PFA was to replace, I don't know, many of you who've had students here for a while probably remember the vinyl sign that used to hang over the front entrance. We replaced that with a much nicer New Canaan High School sign and ram heads. We also added the visual and performing arts signage to the side of the auditorium. And speaking of, I actually ran into a neighbor of mine walking my dog, and she grew up here and just thought it was wonderful how we embrace and celebrate all of our students here at the high school, including the visual and performing arts kids. This year, we are looking to enhance the library outdoor courtyard with new tables and seating, and potentially move the athletics complex sign to the side of the auxiliary gym so it's not hidden from view. We also love our faculty and staff here at the high school, and we know it's important for them to feel the love throughout the year. We are grateful to be able to host luncheons and recognition events, which do just that. I was fortunate enough to join the new teacher and staff orientation with Kristen, and the number of times principals or heads of departments spoke and highlighted how supported they feel by the community through the PFA and our ongoing efforts. It felt really good to know that what we do really does make a difference to them. So how do we do all this? Through our annual fundraiser, The Future Begins Here. We have been sending emails detailing how we use our annual appeal funds, and will continue to do so through the end of the month. Rest assured, your donations make a difference. From the $5 to $5,000, every dollar is appreciated and goes directly to our students and staff. And don't forget to check and see if your company does corporate matching. We will not come back later in the year to ask for money, and we thank you in advance for your generosity. As you can see, the money we raise with your help really does go to enhance your child's high school experience. Before we move on, we have two more pieces of official business. That is our approval of our minutes from the April 23rd, 2025 general meeting, as well as our 25-26 budget. Both have been posted on the website, and I think there were links in the email that went out, and copies are available by the entrance. I'd like to first make a motion to approve the 23rd general meeting minutes. Someone make a motion? Alyssa? May I have a second? Heather Bollinger? All those in favor? Motion passed. Now I would like to introduce Natalie Jones, our treasurer, who will be presenting our 25-26 budget.
think right there. There were copies. Okay.
Do you want me to take the vote, or are you going to take the vote?
You can do it.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name's Natalie Jones. This is my first year on the PFA. My daughter is a freshman, Madeline Jones, so we're excited to be a part of the New Canaan High School community. It's been a great start so far. I wanted to review quickly a few topics that you'll see on the budget. If you don't have a copy of the budget and you're interested, it's in that back corner. So the first thing I wanted to highlight is, as mentioned with Tia, we get our funding from membership and donations. So those are kind of the two big buckets. So if you're not a member of the PFA, please do join. The main categories where we spend this money that comes in are in activities, clubs, school culture initiatives, grants and enrichments, educational programs, and staff and faculty appreciation. So those are our big buckets of spending. We don't make any money from programming. It's all-inclusive for our students, which are right now 1,263, I believe, and then also our faculty and staff of 233. The post-prom, you'll note that the post-prom is in our budget, but that's really run separately. They have their own treasurer and committee and bank account, but we have it in our books just for accounting purposes. So I just wanted to make that point clear. But are there any questions on the budget? All right. So I'd like to make a motion to approve. If we, is there, how do I do this? I've never done this before. See, this is why the assistant shouldn't do this. We'd like to approve the budget. Is there a motion to approve?
Yes.
Okay, Jessica, and second?
And Wagner?
Ann Wagner. Okay, and all in favor? Great. Budget's approved. Thank you.
All right. Sorry about that. There was a link there. Oh, there it is. Wait, that's amazing. Okay, you ready? Nope. So close. All right, well, we'll go back. We approved it. It's good. Okay, back to you then.
Thank you, guys. As I said before, the parent community is truly amazing here, and we're blessed to have all of you work with us. A couple people I'd like to introduce briefly. I think a couple just had to step out. Christy Carrero is the grade 9 and grade 12 administrator. Want to say hello, Joe? Larry Sullivan is the grade 11 administrator. Ari Rothman's probably be in and out. He's the grade 10 administrator, and Kevin Ryan is our director of special education. He was literally just here, stepped out, so he'll probably be back in if people have some questions at the end. So I always like to take a minute to show new faces so everybody could see them. So I'll just kind of go through the new faces here at the high school. In art, we got somebody from the middle school. Abby Duncan is up here from the middle school. We're thrilled to have her. We also have as a math interventionist, which will not be starting until November. Jackie Prince just had a baby, and she'll be back in November, and we're going to start our math intervention program here at the high school. Kelly Clark is a school counselor who is new to us. Molly Quinn, if anybody was here yesterday as well, they both spoke at the grade 12 back-to-school meeting. School psychologist, also from the middle school, Sam Gagliano. New to us as a school psychologist is Lori Miskella. So we have a lot of new people down in our psychology and counseling department. In science, we have Matthew Abger, who is here for teaching physics. We also have David Cadigan, who's a new science teacher as well. We have a student teacher in English, Christina Paez. In social studies, we have Bryson Wilson, who happened to be a New Canaan High School graduate. We have a new social worker as well, Casey Gormley. Another new social worker, Randy Kubik. In world language, he was here last year as a long-term sub, but now is officially here as a teacher. So that's Danilo Chavez, a very nice man. A lovely young lady who's also a world language teacher, French, is Hannah Krutz. Health and PE, we have somebody from the middle school as well. You'll notice the theme, people love to come from the middle school, and that's awesome. So we like to take their best. Anna Hendry. We have a special education teacher, Adam Leone. He's new to us this year. He was here last year in a different format, but as a teacher this year. Laura McHugh is here as a special ed TA, And we have Tyler Segar, who's also a special ed TA. Jay DeVito has had many different roles, but he's back in our building sub role. He just got named as our varsity baseball coach as well. And we have an assistant food service director. We have an amazing lunch program here at the high school. So Vania, I'm sure I pronounced that wrong, Pelosi is our assistant food service director. So this year, as an admin team, we decided that we were going to try and make it, and we're always pretty happy anyway, but we always wanted to bring joy to everything that we do. So we're made a commitment through a lot of our work we had at our admin retreat. We had a positive psychology workshop, so we're committed to bringing joy to everything that we do. And you know, it's important to really celebrate all the good. There's so much good that happens here at the high school. That's one of the things that we want to do on a regular basis, and we hope you join us on this journey. You'll notice there's some different animation in here. I promise you I did none of it. Christy Carrero definitely did that. So it's the happiness advantage. If anybody knows that, is you have the orange frog, and all, so you're going to see a lot of frogs in this. You're probably like, what's going on with this? But that's where that comes from. But Christy really did all the animation, so I can take no credit for that. You think it's great? It's her. You don't think it's great? It's also her. So if I could, how many Office fans? Right? Office is awesome. I will tell you this, one of the first experiences with my daughter watching a TV show, and this is not great, right? She binge watched when she got to high school, The Office. She cried at the end of it, as her freshman year after we finished it. But an awesome show, but one of the things we really focused on was, well, I'm not going to share it. It's about a minute long. I just want everybody to kind of take a look, and then I'm going to have a little activity for all of you as well.
Your incredible line from season 9. I think about that line all the time.
Yeah, it's like one of the wisest, truest
Yeah.
lines in the history of television.
It's all Greg Daniels, and I just was a vessel. I wish there was some way to know you're in the good old days before you've actually left them. It is such a poignant reminder that you're always in them, to just take stock.
Yeah.
Because this moment might be some serious good old days.
Yeah, and those 9 years were 100%.
For sure.
And that's one of my great regrets in life. I have few regrets. I've made a ton of mistakes, but few regrets. Up here, I knew this was a great gig. I'm like,
Yeah.
these people are amazing. The scripts are incredible. Audiences love the show. It's very funny. It's very smart. I get to play this incredible, memorable character. I knew beloved, iconic
I mean,
character.
come on. Dwight Schrute is a legend.
Andy Bernard.
Well,
Iconic. I knew it up here. I knew it cerebrally, but I really wish I had just spent more time just being like, this
Yes.
is it. It just doesn't get better than this. As I was going back, I was remembering how much we improvised the Cornell stuff.
Yeah.
And we had so much stuff of you hitting me with the Prius and stuff, and we just would just kind of go, and these scenes are classic. If I could have just kind of like
but what would that have looked like? Like, what would you
I
have
think
done or felt differently?
more gratitude.
You know, for me, first of all, The Office is amazing, right? But that's one of the things that I found very impactful about this is I kind of reflected on for myself. And, you know, one of the things I was thankful for, and there's literally nothing I was thankful for the pandemic, but one of the things I was thankful for is it kind of helped me take a little personal stock in my own life, you know? For me, I always felt like I had to, I don't know, outwork everybody, you know, kind of. And I would say I missed some things from my daughters when she was younger that was probably a little bit problematic for me, that I wasn't happy about, that I made some choices to miss some things. And I have to, right? With work sometimes you miss some things. And it doesn't mean I certainly work less hard now, as I certainly work hard. But you know, it was one of the things that I could take some stock in and look at things differently. My daughter's now a junior in college. So I try and make an effort to attend the things I should attend. And I really switched that around when she, you know, was probably a sophomore in high school, that I stopped missing some things and tried to make it to her games and different events. And, you know, so for me, I took stock. You know, I look back a little differently, and I'm grateful for the things that I've had now in a different way. Maybe that's just maturity or whatever, but, you know, I think it's an important message for all of us. You know, I think we're in an amazing place. I told both the staff this, and I told the kids this when we met with them. Like, you're going to look back at times in your life. College is going to be fantastic. You're going to love that. But high school as well. You're going to remember friends from high school for the rest of your life. You're going to remember times for the rest of your life. So try and be really grateful for the moment that you're in. And I think that's a really important message for them as they kind of go through the year, because this is truly a special community who cares and celebrates everything about this high school. And I talked about that with them too, that there's so much pride here in this town. Everybody wears NC gear. Everybody celebrates the high school. And, it's special. It doesn't happen everywhere. So it's a testament to all of you, but just something I wanted to share with you. This is going to start again because it's Google Slides, and I'm sorry.
Your incredible line from season.
All right. So now here's where you have to do something for me. So if you could, take out your phones, and I'd like you to take 30 seconds now and grab your phone and text someone you haven't connected with in a while. It could be anybody, but text somebody you haven't connected with and tell them something kind, just something nice. Just humor me, and if you can, do this. Hopefully you guys all get something back. If you do, just stop me as I'm talking and then tell me what you got back. I will share with you at the end some of the messages I got back. So, and as I told you, I did not do this animation. See if I can find mine as well. Dr. Lutzy, what day was that retreat? There it is. Save that. All right, hopefully everybody's wrapping that up. I'll continue to move on, but if you get something back, feel free, stop me at any moment and just kind of tell me what you got back, because we'll celebrate all that together. We do have a school climate goal I'll just share with you because I think it's important. We take collective responsibility for every student's well-being and success. We want to foster a joyful and optimistic environment where engagement thrives through positive relationships, strong academic habits, meaningful connections. Staff inspire fun and curiosity in learning, helping students feel truly known, valued, and supported, while nurturing essential skills such as communication, empathy, critical thinking, and adaptability. The underlying words are part of our Portrait of the Graduate. So you're going to learn more as parents about the Portrait of the Graduate throughout this year, but that is something that's like kind of our core values, or what we embody here as a school in the district. We do have some guiding principles here at the high school. We want to engage students in meaningful and relevant work. We want to connect students with their school peers and teachers. We want to keep students and staff healthy in all domains of their lives. We want to partner with family and community members to support the success of all students. And that's one of the things we're most proud of here at the high school. We have a tremendous partnership with families. Just want to share Wednesdays is our building block. Like today, we're in a building block right now. But that's something that happens on Wednesdays, and there's the broadcast, there's community, and there's academic time on that day. A couple things I just wanted to go over with all of you. Cell phones, smartwatches, and earbuds, they should be away in all classes. There is a push. I can't say for this will be forever. New York State just got rid of cell phones totally in schools. I can't say cell phones are good for kids. I'm not saying that at all, but we certainly have computers where kids will communicate and things like that as well. So we ask that they're distracted-free classrooms. So we put a real emphasis on the kids to say, hey, put this away when you enter the room, and our kids really are great at that. And we allow them to have it in other times during the day, but we want them away in the classroom. So if you could enforce that or reinforce that for us, when you talk to your child at home, just make sure your phones are put away when they get in the classroom. We have those phone caddies. That's great. I will have this presentation for everybody on the website. Basically, we have our administrator responsibilities. That's just grade level responsibilities, who's in charge of what, and I kind of outlined what the grades are before. I will go over a couple things, because I think schools are a meaningful collection of all the things that happen, but sometimes you get some outcomes, so I will share some scores with you guys just to see how well we are doing. We'll start with, I guess, AP scores, if it will load. I'll just go to the school summary. So this is a number that's has gone up over time, but basically we're getting around 500 kids to take, individual kids to take AP tests in the building. That's like college level tests. Now there are other college level classes that are not AP too. So we have UConn classes and things like that. The number of exams has also increased over time. If I went back and when I do a data presentation for the Board of Ed, I actually go back like 10 years because it's such a dramatic increase from there was a time someone was here as principal. I always joke with him about that. But before he started, actually, there was, we had about 46% of our senior class take an AP test and pass an AP test. That number last year, and I've always said 60% was a pretty good barometer to get to if you could. Last year, 72.2% of the senior class at one point in their high school career took and passed an AP test. That's amazing. So 3 out of 4 kids come through this building, take an AP class. There are other classes, there are other college level courses that we offer here as well. But 72.2% of the school population takes a college level class in high school and passes. Last year, it was the highest percentage, I think, in the history of school as a passing rate. We had 95.98% of the kids get a 3 or better on the AP test. That's an amazing testament. Now, what that means is even more kids could probably take it, and that'd be okay too. I wouldn't mind if that number dips a little bit, and we have kids try and challenge themselves. And there's also a wellness piece. You want to be careful with the amount of courses kids take. Totally get that. But it's pretty amazing to think that many kids take that many tests and do that well. Just so you know, some people ask about 4s and 5s, or what's the number. We had about 80% of the kids get a 4 or 5 on our AP tests. 17% get 3s, and the remaining 5% get 1s and 2s. So pretty amazing. Just wanted to share that with you guys. School day SAT. Kind of have a little bit of a history. I know this is kind of difficult to read, but basically, when the pandemic happened, schools around the nation dipped. We've kind of gotten past that. We're back to our level where we've been. So this year, we're actually 612, and 6 of that number should be 603 for math. Just want to make sure it's right. actually ticked up one. But if you go back to 2000, I think it was 18, 19, that's the last time we had scores like that. And actually those numbers were probably the best in what I can see is the history of the school. And we're kind of pretty close to any numbers before that as well. So doing very well on the SAT. And it's interesting too, if you have a junior and a junior who generally does really well in school, we do have this kind of population of kids, at least the last 2 years, who don't take the school day SAT. We ask everybody to take it. It actually helps us because, it gets all that gets, released, I guess, in the state. But we have about 10 kids or so who don't take it because they're afraid that, let's say they've already got an 800 on their SAT. They don't want that score to get out if they do worse. You can cancel your scores. That doesn't go anywhere. But they're under the misnomer that somehow that would get out. So if you have a junior, please encourage them to take the SAT. That's all. NGSS, we do quite well as well. About 84%. We've been there for the last couple of years of our students producing the 3 and 4 range on the science standard, which actually, interestingly, was included for the first time that I saw on the U.S. News and World Report, that they take a look at your scores. It's one of the factors, but they included science, which was interesting because I had not seen that before. Freshmen, if you have a freshman here, we do have study halls. Only for freshmen in the building, and only during the middle of the day. They can have them actually at the beginning and the end too, but we do give parents the option to have a sleep in or a leave early for their children who are freshmen. This is a unique school. I don't know of any school that allows as much deserved freedom, honestly, for our students, that they can utilize the time they need to. If they want to stay here, awesome. We allow kids to stay here. We encourage them if they want to be here. That's great. Use the library, use other places. But we do allow off-campus for our students who are sophomores, juniors, and seniors. And they don't take advantage of it. Kids don't miss school here. School matters. It's a priority to our kids, and that's, again, a testament to you guys. This year we do have our decennial review for NEASC. It's our accreditation. That's going to be coming out in March. You guys will get more information on that later on. They changed it several years ago, but we did a self-study about 2 years ago. So if you were here 2 years ago, you might have been included in that as well. But we may need some parents when we get toward the spring as well. We have a new PA system. This will be interesting to all of you. So the bells that you heard throughout here, or you heard the TV people come on and say, hey, turn on your TVs now and all that. We now have a new PA system that's going to be in effect in about a week, which hopefully is going to be great for us. It's got some real power to it, and Dr. Lutze, I know, will correct me on this when I get something wrong here. He's dying right now because he wants to speak about it. But but this PA system will do several things. So it's going to allow us to block off areas of the building. So if we have a parent presentation, we can shut off the PAs in here for that time period during that. We have science minis, which are shorter. So we can actually have the bells go off for the classes with the science minis, but turn them off other places. So that's kind of awesome. From an academic standpoint, it does some really cool things. So number one, our teachers are going to be required to wear these like mics. So for anyone who has any hearing issues, sometimes you have those FM systems. It's basically going to replace that and then help with everyone else. So sometimes in a room, you'll have different sounding spaces in the room. So say a back corner won't sound as good as theirs. This will be like surround sound, so everyone will get the same sound in the room. So what an awesome thing. Also help teachers in the sense that they're maybe not straining their voice. They don't have to do that. They can speak at a certain level. Another very cool thing, so if you happen to speak, I'll use the language Russian, right? And that's your predominant language and you really struggle with English. You can speak Russian into, I'm guessing it's like a Bluetooth kind of thing, and he will correct me on this, I know he will, but it's probably a Bluetooth thing, and the teacher's wearing something as well. So the student will speak in Russian, it will translate to English to the teacher will speak back in English, and it will translate to Russian to the student. All languages. It's very cool. So what a wonderful tool for our kids to be able to have that. There's going to be some safety aspects to it as well. Which is great if there's an emergency or something like somebody has a medical issue in a classroom, hit a button, we'll know exactly where that is. What I've been told is I should be able to use the PA from anywhere, so I should be able to get on my phone and make an announcement somewhere, which is very cool instead of having to be in an office. What did I miss? Anything? I know he was dying to do it. We also do safety drills once a month here in the building. There are things we have to do. Certainly we never want an emergency. We don't try and hype them up too much, but we do want to make sure our kids are prepared. God forbid there's ever something to happen. So we want to make sure our kids are always safe, and we have to practice our safety drills once a month. Oops, did I skip a slide? No. Upcoming events, open house. Hopefully everybody's planning to come tomorrow night. How many people are planning to come tomorrow night, open house? Awesome. That's what I like to hear. It's like a social event. I really love it. So freshmen will be 6:30 in the auditorium. Everybody else 7 o'clock. On 10/10, we have in-school PSAT. That'll be grades 10 and 11 who take the PSAT. For seniors, if you have a senior, that day is for you to use a variety of things. You can come into school and work with Sue Carroll on an interview skills. You can work with, we have our English teachers, we have some free, to work on our college essays. You could go on college visits. You could go work on your college application from home. That day is designed to, number one, let's assess our kids in grades 10 and 11, and for the seniors to be able to take care of what they need to for college, and also for the freshmen, we have activities for them too. They need to be here as well. Homecoming week is October 27th to November 1st. We'll have the pep rally on Halloween. That should be interesting. The bonfire will be October 30th, the day before, and the homecoming game and dance will be on the 1st. Our VPA events are throughout the year. Much like our rich athletic program, we have a rich theater program here and our program as well. But the first fall play is November 20th to 22nd. Our athletic events are all on ncrams.com, and our club and activities, our club fair starts October 3rd. Mr. Rothman is here. He is our grade 10 administrator as well. Mr. Rothman, wave to everybody in case you need to see him. So, you know, as we told the kids the other day, we want to prioritize self-care and bring joy in our work. We want to put health and happiness above homework and stress. Although this is a rigorous school, that is one thing I will share with you guys. There is work. There is. So value family and connection and moments that lift us up. Focus on learning, curiosity, and excitement of discovery. Celebrate relationships and the happiness they create. Meet regularly and adapt and grow with optimism and purpose, and be kind to ourselves and each other. That's one of the things I told the kids the other day. You have to, kindness starts with yourself, so treat yourself well, and you'll treat others well as well. Nathan Fillion, he was the actor in the Rookie. I thought it was a decent way. It's a brief, another minute clip for you guys. Oh, anybody get anything back?
My friends are all educators, so they're working.
What, you got one? What did it say? You want to read it? Sure. Yeah.
Oh my God, I've been thinking of her. Thank you that made my day. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for your friendship and thinking of me.
Awesome. Very sweet. Very sweet.
A friend. Love you too. What a thoughtful message. You're gifted in that way. Things are good here. How are you? And then she goes on to let's get coffee and catch up.
Very sweet. Very sweet. Anyone else? So maybe this is me, and this could be me. And now I did goof up when I jumped ahead of the instructions that we got. So I lost the, hold on. This is actually pretty priceless. So I started with my wife, thinking that would be an easy one. I'm sorry. And let me see. Sorry, this will be quick. It's too funny though. That's why for at least I think it's funny. Maybe it's not. But so basically, they sent us a kind of logo of the orange frog, and we're supposed to put that and something else, and send that to your person. So I just sent the action plan thing to my wife, and then she writes back, "When are you coming home?" Then I write this. I said, "I'm on a journey to increase my level of happiness and that of others. Will you join me?" She goes, "No, thank you. I'm allergic to colts." So I figured that was day one of my thank yous, right? My gratitudes. So the next day I sent it out to my siblings. And I was like, this should go well. This is going to be great. So I said, I'm just so thankful. I won't read that one totally. I'm just so thankful for all of you. You've been great, and I've looked up to all of you my whole life as a baby. So my brother, who's closest to me, writes back before anybody else, "Wacko." Then I was like, all right, I'll try one more time. So I did write to my high school friends, who I've known since really kindergarten, and we'll go out occasionally. And I wrote them something nice, and they did write back something nice. It was actually, I was surprised by that one, because that was the one I thought I would get killed on. And so, but anyway, my family didn't come through. But anyway, I thought this was a good way to kind of, he gives a speech about a minute, the clip here. But I think it's a great summary for schools and really for everyone in life. So I just want to share this with you guys.
I realize there's still a chance some of you have no idea who I am. That's okay. I'm not offended, but safe to say, I'm probably a pretty big deal to your mom. I would like to share with you my 3 simple steps to success that have worked for me throughout my life. Step 1, be lucky. You can make your own luck, and you do that by showing up, by working hard, by being kind, by saying yes to things that scare you a little, by falling down when things blow up in your face and getting back up and slow motion walking away from that explosion. At least that's how I do it at work. Step 2, this is important, gratitude. Lucky people notice when something goes right. They recognize the break, the hand up, the quiet support. They say thank you not just out loud, but in how they carry themselves, how they make their choices, and how they meet challenges. Step 3, pretend to be bold. Being bold is really hard, but pretending to be bold is easy. You can be nervous. That is entirely natural. Just pretend that you aren't. I'm doing it right now.
You know, I think this is a great message for kids, but I think it's a great message for all of us. I mean, think about your own lives. Luck is not really luck. Opportunities are made when you create the environment for opportunities. Now, sometimes luck happens, right? Somebody wins $1 billion, not us, but somebody in, what is it, Texas and Missouri or whatever. Sometimes there is luck that happens. But luck is created through many things. Number one, who you know, how you treat people, how your family treats people, what sort of environment you create. Are you grateful for things that happen? Are you kind to others? That's what creates environments for success. That's one of the most special things about this place. Dr. Lutzy has talked about it often. Kids thank teachers walking out of class. I'd like to say they mean it all the time, but they say thank you almost every single day when they walk out of a classroom. They're creating an environment for themselves to make sure that they can get some things in life. Now, they mean it. I think they mean it. That's genuine. But the truth is, we create the environments that we want. So with that, this will repeat again since it's Google Slides, and I apologize.
I realize there's still a chance.
I will end on this. You know, we just want to say, we hope this year brings exciting opportunities for your students to learn, grow, and discover to their fullest potential. Your encouragement at home, combined with our commitment at school, creates a powerful foundation for their success. In truth, we are partners. You know, sometimes you hear these things nationally, sometimes about parents and their opportunities in schools. I don't think that's a thing here, because parents do have an important stake in how this school is run, and I want them to be that way. Here's to a year filled with meaningful learning experiences, lasting friendships, and many moments of pride and joy as you watch your students thrive. Whether you have a freshman and you're nervous coming into the school, or you have a senior who's graduating, you know, I hope you really relish every moment and take stock in where you're at, because this is a special time in their lives, but also your life. It goes too quick. You know, again, I said this to some people the other day, but my daughter's a junior now in college, and it's a weird year for me right now, because the truth is, like, her freshman year and her sophomore year, I spoke to her every day. Every single day we chatted. Like, we're really close. She's gotten to her junior year, and it could be because the cell service stinks in her apartment. She moved off campus. I'm lucky to get once a week now. I'm like, it's killing me. I'm texting her, but that's all I get. So take stock in every moment. But thank you for entrusting us with your students in this important journey. We look forward to working together and watching everything your kids accomplish. So thank you. I hope you guys have a wonderful year as parents, and I hope your children have a wonderful year. If there's any questions, I'll be here. I know Mrs. Carrero will be here, Mr. Sullivan as well. And Dr. Lutzy, if you have transportation questions, you can ask me. So thank you, guys. Thank you.